This is Esther's universe. For those of you who know you were born for more, you feel it in your soul, the call to rise, to lead, to live fully before our time on earth is up. We are no longer playing it small. This is your time. This is your universe. Let's go. One of my favorite topics in the entire world is talking about achieving your dreams. I wholeheartedly believe that every single one of you has the potential and the ability to reach your highest potential in this lifetime. I believe that everything that we've ever been through and everything that's ever happened to us has happened as a way to set us up for success, if that makes sense, even though it feels like the opposite a lot of the time. When struggles are hard and sometimes overwhelming, it can make us feel like everyone else is lucky, everyone else got handed the good card and I got the shit end of the stick. And you know, it's so easy to feel that way and to be kind of weighed down by that. And I think it's really important to remember and remind ourselves of who we are. Like at the end of the day, you are the universe. You are a beautiful, loving soul who is capable of holding so much love, giving so much love. And love is everything. Everything is love, right? So you can hold a lot of wealth. You can hold a lot of attention. You can hold a lot of fear. And you can use all of this to inspire others, to take forward steps in your life, to head towards your dreams and your goals and everything. And really, like, one of my biggest pieces of advice for you would be to look inward and ask yourself, like when you're looking for the next steps towards your dream, ask yourself, what would be something that would scare the shit out of me that I would probably like never really do in this life? Like something you could really not imagine yourself doing because it would take so much energy just to even put yourself in that position, because genuinely how terrifying. And if you live that scenario in your mind, if you go, okay, let's just say this was the only step between me and my biggest dreams, and I just had to take that step, how would I actually feel? And if you have this feeling of like, okay, yes, that's terrifying, but what if I just did it? What if I just fucking send it? What if I did it and I loved it? What if I did it and it was scary and it was a huge push out of my comfort zone, but it was cool and I did it? What if it was a great big rush afterwards? And if you get this feeling of like, oh my God, this would make me, like you feel like curling up in a ball and you can see all the ways that you, not directly see, but you can be like, I can imagine I would definitely self-sabotage myself against doing this thing because of how scary it is. But it's also so exciting. That is the direction that you need to go in, okay? So I'll give you an example. I have an app. It's a meditation app and it's designed to help you rewire your brain for success and wealth and stepping into your dreams, your highest potential. And I'm ready to take this app to the next level. It's been on the market now for 6 months. There are people using it. I have received beautiful messages from people. My meditations are very successful. They have been helping people literally change their lives and manifesting their dreams. So it's all working out really well. It's time to take it to the next level. I could very well stay small. I could basically keep it as a hobby if I wanted to. Nothing wrong with that. But do I want that? No. I have really big dreams and really big visions and goals for myself with this. And I know it can help a lot of people. I know it's better off being out in the world helping a lot of people instead of being small. So I am going to take it to investors, basically, which means that I've got to create a pitch deck and I've got to get really clear on everything, because then if, you know, an investor wants to push back and say, okay, well, what about this? What about this? What about this? Which they inevitably will, because they want to know they're actually teaming up with someone who knows what they're doing. I need to know all of these things. I need to go stand in a place full of other entrepreneurs and I need to pitch this in the way of public speaking and be so moving and so sure of myself and so sure of my dream that it sells. You know what I mean? That the investors are like, yes, actually, we would love to partner with you and give you money to take this to the next level. So for me, if I close my eyes and think about that public speaking, and you might be like, Esther, you have a podcast. That's very different. I'm in a room by myself right now. And when I'm doing a podcast with someone, it's just me and one other person. We all know how to have conversations. When I podcast, I basically just feel like I'm talking to you, my best friend. Like, that's what it feels like to me. But the idea of going and speaking publicly about something, like I'm trying to sell a dream. Like, yes, I have the prototype, basically. I've got more than a prototype, but that's essentially, like, in the eyes of an investor, where I'm at would probably be a prototype stage, even though it's actually an app and it's actually being used and it's actually on the market. So I'm essentially selling a dream, right? And I'm asking for a lot of money in exchange for that dream and promising that their return will be worth it. I'm asking them to believe in me. So to get them to actually believe in me, I need to believe in myself. And do I believe in myself enough to throw myself out there, stand in front of people and publicly speak, not knowing whether or not it's going to be humiliating or if I'm going to fumble over my words and shake and, I don't know how it's going to turn out. But do I believe in myself enough to try it? Yes, I fucking do. When I close my eyes and I visualize myself in that scenario, do I feel absolutely terrified? 100%. Can I see myself self-sabotaging this and never actually doing it? There's definitely a very big chance that could happen. Am I going to let that happen? No fucking way. No fucking way am I going to let myself do that, because you know what else I feel when I close my eyes and I visualize myself standing in that room and speaking to these people and selling my dream? I get excited. I'm like, how fascinating that I can like walk my little human body in there and just play imaginary with a bunch of grown-ups, basically. And like, if they weren't the kind of people who also liked playing imaginary, they wouldn't be there. Like, investors love people who've got a big dream. That's why they're into this whole thing. One day I'm going to be an investor when I've got millions of dollars to back other people's dreams with. I'm so excited. Like, one of my biggest things that I love is helping people achieve their dreams. So as if I'm not going to be one of those people. So I get excited because a part of me thinks like, these people are just like me. You know what I mean? Like, I don't feel beneath them in any way because I don't feel separate from them. I just feel like these are my people. So I'm basically going into a room full of my people, even though they might look different, they might have different careers, they might be a lot more corporate than me, I don't know. But these people know a thing or two about going after a dream. And that's the business that I'm in. So I'm very excited. It excites me. So I'm going to update you once I've done that. I'll keep you posted and let you know how it went. And I'm going to try and get myself to do it sooner rather than later because I don't want to bitch out of it. I don't want to let the fear take over. I want to do it and just see how it goes and learn. And if I need to do it again and again and again, I will. I'm not taking no for an answer. But this is another thing I wanted to talk to you about regarding chasing your dreams and having the dream life, sort of unfold for you in this lifetime so that you can experience it while you've still got plenty of time to experience it. You've got to take action, right? And I know like we're going into this, I feel like everyone who listens to my pod is well and truly in this era for a while now where we're balancing what's the right amount of doing, like what's overproductive, what's too close to burnout, and what is the right kind of productive. Because I think like we live in a world that it's, hustle culture has just been drowning us. We're so tired. And no one really actually wants to do anything anymore. We all just want to like chill the fuck out, which is so fair, so fair. But the best way to be able to chill the fuck out is to live the life of your dreams, because then you're going to be doing things that you love around people that you love. You're going to be really wealthy and rich. You won't need to worry about when your bills are getting paid. You'll have them all on automation. You're going to be doing something that feels purposeful to you, that you really believe in, that you really love. You'll be doing something that you love for you just as much as you love it for everyone else who is involved in it. You know what I mean? So it's like there is an element of quote unquote hard work that needs to go into that. But I think the key here is reframing hard work. So when something seems like you're banging your head against a wall again and again and again, like working a job for someone else where you don't like what you do and you have to work so many hours for a little bit of pay, that kind of to me feels like banging my head against a wall. So when I used to be in that situation, I was like, what can I do to get out of this situation? And then I got a job working from home. So at least if I was forced to work 40 hours a week, I could do it without the added hours of travel. I could do what I want in my spare time when it was a little bit quieter. I could do things like, work on my podcast or whatever. It's taking steps toward the dream regardless of the current situation. I made changes and took little bold steps. Little steps at a time lead you in the direction that you want to go a lot faster than analysing the entire situation and never taking any steps because you're overwhelmed by all of it. Sometimes I don't know if the steps that I'm taking are right or wrong. I just take them because I truly don't think that there are wrong steps. I think that you take any step and then you assess the scenario and then you just take another step. And then based on the outcome of that step, you assess and then you step again. Like, do you know what I mean? So there's this element of becoming the version of you that has already got that life. And when you're becoming that version, you're needing to take different actions that align with that new version of you, okay? So if I was to stay the Esther that I've been this entire time and not take my app to the next level, I would continue taking the actions that I'm taking, and that could take a very long time, or it might not get me anywhere. But then, instead of that, I've been working very heavily on becoming the next version of myself, even before it's the case in the physical world. I've just energetically, emotionally been becoming that version of myself. Staying calm, feeling very confident, reminding myself every day that I live a beautiful fucking life and I deserve everything that I've ever wanted. And so then this has led me to this next level thinking. I literally had never even considered getting an investor before. It just didn't cross my mind. It was almost like I was thinking so small, that I was so little, so teeny weeny and so insignificant, that why would I do that? Why would anyone want to back me? I just never even thought of it. But since I've been becoming this new version of myself internally, emotionally, all of a sudden my thinking's bigger. I'm suddenly thinking like some boss ass bitch who drives a Mercedes and has got an app with, 60,000 people using it. Like, that's how I'm thinking now. And so then, even though that reality is yet to entirely catch up, I'm suddenly finding myself with the inspiration and the energy and the clarity to take the steps that are required of me to arrive at that situation while it also arrives at me. I'm becoming a match for that. So you've got to take the steps, you've got to take action, and you have to be self-disciplined in whatever way that feels right for you. And think of self-discipline as self-love. Like, I love myself enough to wake up every morning and do my morning hypnosis. I love myself enough to after that, go on my morning walk and lift myself out of any emotional fog, any old way of being that doesn't align with me anymore. I shake it the fuck off. Because if I ever want to live the best life I'm ever going to live, I am the only one who's going to make that happen, and so are you. So for me, my self-love and self-discipline has been, even though right now, sometimes I find myself in a very abundant financial situation, and other times I find myself in a very, I still have an abundant mentality, but my financial situation is very tight sometimes. It's fluctuating because of where I'm at with my business, and that's okay. But that would freak a lot of people out. So self-love for me has been learning to stay calm and grounded no matter what the weather is doing financially. Whether it's a sunny, clear day and I'm feeling sparkly and abundant and I'm down at the pub having a wine with my friends, or if it's stormy weather and I'm like, oh my God, money's slowing down this month or whatever. I have been self-disciplined in the sense where it's like one of the most important things that I realized that I could possibly do for myself is stay level emotionally. Yes, I still allow myself to feel, oh my God, I've cried more lately than I have in a long time because I've just been embracing my humanity so much. Sometimes I'm so happy and over the moon, and other times I'm literally scream crying in my bed because of whatever frustrations want to come up and out, but I just let them come up and out, and then I feel better the next morning. I'm like, okay, great, because energy just wants to flow through me, and I'm a human being, and I've got a lifetime, and it's not just my shit that I'm processing. I'm the end of this fucking generational cycle. After me, our family will have generational wealth. So I'm not only processing my lived life's worth of, scarcity and self-doubt and shame and stuff like that. I'm processing it for my entire family, my entire consciousness line. the generations that came before me. And I'm also leaning on them internally, emotionally for support too, because I'm at this place that I'm at because there were people who came before me who decided to break generational curses. I don't really think they're actually curses, but do you know what I mean? Like when something just, you know, my parents experienced abuse, their parents experienced abuse, their parents experienced abuse, but my mum and my dad didn't abuse us. They broke that cycle. Thank God. You know what I mean? So like I've experienced a lot of neglect from my dad for sure, but he never hurt me. And that is a beautiful thing. So it's like I take on the efforts of the people in my ancestral line, the positive efforts. And I'm like, thank you for that, because now I am where I am today. And I'm in this prime position to take on this dream and make it a fucking reality. And I'm doing this so that my kid can do the same. And he doesn't have to work through as much. I'm sure he'll have his own stuff to work through though. We all do. Anyway, so I need to take steps, and you need to take steps towards your dream. But we don't want to take unnecessary steps. We want to remove the working hard for hard work's sake. We don't want to work harder than we need to. We want to work smarter. So we want to have the self-discipline to eat better food, get up in the morning and shake off the fucking sads and remind yourself of who the fuck you are and what you're able to do and what you're capable of. You need to stop waiting for things to get better and look around and get creative. Think like an artist and go, what can I do with what I have at hand right now? And so many people initially are like, well, I don't have any money at hand right now, so I can't really do anything. I don't have the thing, so I can't do it. There's always a way. And sometimes that way is reaching out to other people and collaborating. If you don't have the money, maybe you have a skill that you can swap. And then it's like, oh, I don't want to reach out to anyone. I'm like, who am I? Like, that's terrifying. It drains me just thinking about it. This is the shit to get past. Those are the self-sabotaging blocks where you get too tired to even do the thing because thinking about it exhausts you. Like, yes, we live in a world where we're pressed to work too hard and not socialize enough. We don't have enough community spirit going on, that kind of thing. But the only way we're going to fix this is by individually pushing past our own internal blocks and making the changes. It's by individually having enough self-love to get up every morning and become that version of you that you want to become. And you just have to do it on repeat. It's not like you do it once and then every other morning after that you wake up perfectly fine. You have to do it again and again and again, especially on the days when you just want to fucking rot. And I give myself days to rot. Don't you worry about that. Like, I absolutely do. I think it's so valuable to have days where you just don't even think about it. You don't think about your self-development for a minute. You don't fucking think about any of it. You just watch some movies and you feel good and cozy up in bed and eat snacks all day. Or you want to go out for dancing with your friends, like, or you want to go out and meet new people in the town. Like, absolutely, like, have fun. That's one of the main things, like 100%. But just make sure that you wake up every day and you go, I am feeling different today. I'm feeling better today. I am showing myself, even if I'm in a low energy, I'm at least going to arrive at a point of neutrality where I'm not shitting on myself. Okay? Because you are worth it. Your life is worth it. We're going to be old one day and we're going to be dying. We don't know when our time is up. We have no fucking clue. Right? So why wouldn't we put in our entire heart and soul into our lives? Like, why won't we be seen trying? Like, why wouldn't you? Like, I publicly put myself out there and have wins and flops constantly. And I don't give a fuck. I'm going toward a dream and people can watch me do it. And if that sometimes looks like it's working out well or sometimes it doesn't, that doesn't matter because I'm going to arrive at my dream and I'm having a great time along the way. And that's what matters to me, is enjoying the process and not giving up. And I want to show people by living this example that you can become whoever you want to be. You don't have to live up to what people expect you to be. You don't have to stay within the confines of the way that your town think or the way that your family think or your friends think. You can break free of all of that. And it feels scary sometimes. It can feel lonely, but it also feels exciting. And I promise you that it gets better and better and better and better and better. It really does. And I have all of the faith in the world that you can do it. 110 million thousand fucking %, I know you can do it. I swear to God, just go towards your dream and everything you've ever wanted will be there waiting for you. It's coming to you as much as you are going to it. But you don't even need to like go anywhere. Well, maybe you need to go to a pitch meeting like me, but like you just need to internally become, right? Become the person who feels that way. Become the person who thinks that way. Just get as clear as you can. The clarity comes in more and more every day, but you just have to become that version of yourself. So I'm going to leave it there. I have a vibe shift pack for the girls out there who want to do this. It's the one that I've been doing every day for the last 30 days, and it's arrived me at this point where I'm taking this next level shift in my life. So, and it's got amazing reviews, amazing rave reviews. So that's linked in my social media bios, and I'll link it in the podcast. And if you don't want that, I've also got my app, which has a bunch of beautiful meditations and everything to help you rewire your brain. So whatever you prefer, I've got some things that I've made because I truly believe that everyone has the capacity to reach their highest potential. And we can have fun doing it. We do not have to burn out, because I have burnt out before. And then I swore to myself that I would create the next version of my life in the most sustainable way possible, in the most alignment I could possibly do. And that's what I've been doing. So I want to help you do that too. I love you so much. If this episode resonates with you and you want to share it with a friend, I would really love that. Have a beautiful day.